Hey guys, I'm Morentin with Glaucoma Hope. So today is January 20th, 2017, and day, I think 62 of 100 videos in a row. So it's getting up there. Today was a really good day. I won't even check with the eyes because there was so many good things that happened, and it's super late. It's like 1 in the morning. I went to this big ass show. It's actually called the Big Show, and got some really good connections there. And then I had lucked out with another connection later on. It was just like a really like a Christmas kind of a day, right? So it was really awesome. That show was more like a hardware kind of a show. I've been having some trouble lately with some of the cartridges for the vaping the oil, and the pen that I had, from the company that I get most of my oil from, this is like a common kind of a pen, and it seems like people just slap their name on it, and I don't know if they're different or the same or whatever, but they don't really work that well, right? So I went to the shows trying to see if there was other pens that I could get that work well with the kind of cartridges that I have, because we don't have additives, right? We don't have additives in ours. We don't put e-juice or vape juice or whatever you call it to make it burn easier or have a bigger puff or smoke cloud or something. So it's all solvent free and additive free and all that kind of stuff, quote unquote. So it's just raw oil, so it's thicker, and I think that these little pens don't really work well with them. The cartridge that's on it right now, it'll work well with, because these are glass. This is actually a glass cartridge with a special kind of wick and all this kind of stuff. But the other cartridges they're super medicinal grade, but they're just the cartridge. They need to upgrade it. So until they do, I was stuck with a big supply. I have some of it behind me, but I have a big supply of it, and it's like, how do I sell it to people if it won't come out of the pen, and it won't vape? Then what the hell, I don't want to sell bogus stuff to people, right? The stuff, the material itself is badass. It's fucking awesome, but you need to be able to ingest it in order to benefit from it, right? So the applicators, the medical applicators, we sell those all day long, but I stopped selling those, but they're good. I need to have that, so I found something. Long story short, or short story long, whatever you want to call it. And this is one of the things right here. It's actually charging right now. I have it plugged in to there's a USB charger cord, but it has. You could actually screw on. This is one of the ones that we have. That the stuff in here is really badass, but it's hard to draw through this thing. And I'm sure that they'll upgrade. I'll mention it to them. Like, hey, upgrade your shit. But this vaping pen it's more of like the dab kind of a thing. There's these little ceramic deals that go on top, and quartz little deals. You can put like oil or shatter or whatever in there, and there's like a cool little looking mouthpiece, and you can vape on it and everything. With that, you do those like dab kind of hits. But I'll do a demo with all that kind of stuff. I don't know if I'll be doing dab hits or anything like that on a video, but I'll show how cool and everything looks and how it's supposed to work and everything. But the thing about this is that the battery is a little bit bigger than the other, and you can draw for as long as you want to, pretty much. It could draw for like 45 seconds instead of like 8 or 10 seconds with the other ones, And it works, that's the thing. It works. It's for whatever reason, these guys, like, they do their own custom stuff, right? They don't just slap their name on somebody else's shit. And I like that. That's always attractive to me. But also has to work. Making your own stuff is one thing, but making something that actually works is another. And this thing actually works, man. I mean, I'm pretty lit up right now, actually, because I've been trying it out and trying it out. Hey, does it work? Hey, it still works, and yeah, it works. So I'm pretty lit up, partially because of that, and partially because these other people that I met when I was going back to the office, and they are another thing that was really cool. So I found these guys. Out of the whole show, I found these guys with this apparatus right here. They have some really cool ones. They're giving us some cool prices too, so we could offer these out to people. And they come in little kits, like they have these little cases, and it has all the little stuff that you need. And it's like a little protective case. You can take it with you, and it's super cool. And then we got these other these Medi pens that are. The guy that behind it is like all about the medical marijuana stuff and the medical cannabis oils and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't get a chance to actually try them, but he was showing me like the innards of the pens and like all the stuff, and it's legit, So I'm gonna meet up with him. He's local to me, so I'm gonna meet up with him, test out the stuff myself, and then that's going to be something that's really cool too, because the price point's really good, because he's sort of like me, sort of like a retired guy, and just does it for fun, So he's not trying to like take over the world kind of thing. He's just trying to help some people, have some fun, and make some money, and I like to work with people like that, because that's pretty much how I am, And so I'm going to meet up with this guy next week, and we'll report back and let how those ones are. And hopefully those are really, really good too. So we have a couple different options and stuff. That guy will also do custom packaging, and he'll like where you can include some of our cartridges and stuff like that in there, and just do that. But those ones are strictly for the cartridges, though, for different kinds of cartridges. The other ones do the oil, raw oils and shatter and whatever other kind of stuff, the wax and all that kind of stuff. It'll do all that other stuff as well as the cartridges, which is sort of it's not unique, but there's not that many that have this kind of thing, because it has like these inner and outer threads that allow you to do both, on the apparatus. So a lot of thought went into that thing. I talked with the guys for a long time. Like I said, it's a huge show at the Los Angeles Convention Center, which is like the biggest convention center in the LA metropolitan area, right? I think in all of shit, I don't know anything bigger in San Diego, Orange County, anything, maybe up north, but that motherfucker's huge. And they had a pretty nice sized portion of it, and I came away with this and the other pen guy, that was it. So I'll report back about that stuff. That was really, really cool. Hopefully you stayed with me, because I found some other stuff. I found all those farms and all the herbs and stuff, a lot of oils and stuff like that, some CO2 oils and everything like that. But I was, I originally took the oils with doing RSO, right, the Rick Simpson oil, and I was trying to find that, and there's this guy out in LA that I met that has like the hookups for that. He's sort of like me. I've mentioned him before. He sources stuff and just finds people that are passionate about what they do and just produce the badass product and blah blah blah. Right? So he's a little bit like, he's already there. He's already made it. So he's not eager to, pull people up. That's just the way it is, So, he'll say like, oh yeah, I'll hook you up, I'll do this, I'll do that. But when after the party's over and, you know, it comes time to actually doing business, it's like, oh yeah, I could, yeah, we could do something, but nothing ever happens, right? So, I was like, fuck. So today, actually, before I went to the convention, he's doing some kind of meetup thing in LA that next Wednesday. I signed up for it going, fuck, I gotta, like, just show up, and one of these days he's gonna fucking, you know, hook me up with some oil, you know, sell it to me, give me, you know, at least fucking give me a price so I could know whether I could do it or not, you know? And, so I was like, fuck it. So it cost money to go to the thing, so I paid for it, and then I took off to the show. It was raining like a motherfucker, you know, in California, Southern California, and like crazy, like flooding kind of stuff, right? And I didn't want to go, but I did anyways. I caught the good hookups with the pens, and I was like, fuck yeah, right? And then later on, I found these guys that were have these awesome fucking herbs, right? And it's just a single farm owner. They have two farms, but a single farm owner. So that was really cool, but I have enough of that, but their packaging was actually really cool. So it was fun with that, you know, and I was like, oh yeah, this is really cool too. You know, like Christmas kind of a day, you know, like in July, or not July, January. But all of a sudden I found this guy, right? And I just, you know, he has this oil. It wasn't even oil. It was like I don't know what you call that stuff. The stuff you dab with. It's more like a wax or whatever. But it was on this paper, and I was like, hey, you know, what the hell is that? And well, do you know anybody that does oils? And he goes, oh yeah, I do. You know, and he just looks like some, you know, like a grease monkey almost, kind of a guy, or a farmer or something, you know, that, you know, some scraggly white guy, you know, with, you know, dirty clothes, you know, and he's fucking knowledgeable as hell about cannabis oils and cannabis, and his like him and his buddy, they like his buddy like grows and takes care of the plants, and he's the guy that like does the oil extractions and stuff like that. Like they both do it, and it's crazy. They are like, I interviewed him and interviewed him and interviewed him, and like, what's the solvent that you use? What's this for the extraction? What's your process? What's the timing? What's this? What's that? What's everything? And they do it the fucking best way. Like I understand how they do it, but I've never actually seen it done this way. It is so fucking badass, and it like the quality of the stuff, the lab results is crazy as far as like the THC content. They also do high CBD, which is crazy good, you know, for pain and for other things, you know, for pain, for headaches, for cramps, for all kinds of stuff, but also for things like lupus and seizures and, you know, epilepsy, things like that have been found to be helped with CBDs. You know, they do like the Charlotte's Web strain, which is known for its high CBD content, and it's the one that's got famous for helping that child or whatever not have seizures, right? And if you Google that Charlotte's Web and seizures, whatever, you'll find that on the internet. You know, I don't want to, you know, you'll find more accurate information there than I can give you right here. But that's just the thing that it does, the CBDs, and so it has their own little benefit, but the hardcore stuff that we deal with, it's mostly high THC, which is glaucoma and cancer and things like that. It's all high THC stuff, right? So I never really had a source for the CBD, the high CBD and stuff like that. And this guy's like all about it. You know, he has the high THC, the RSO, true RSO, but he has like high CBD, and then he has mixtures where he'll just mix together and they'll put like some kind of a coconut oil carrier with it, but not dilute it, but whatever, and in capsules though, right, so that you could absorb it better. It's really, really weird. RSO isn't something that you really would vape. He does clean it out enough to vape it and stuff like that, but it's not something you really want to vape. But he does it in capsules. He does it in these everything. It's fucking badass, right? I know this is sort of a long video, but it's important because so he gave me these things right here, right? They're these let's see, they're these capsules. They have 75 milligrams of THC and 10 milligrams of CBD, right? And it's a high THC percentage of the THC, but it's 75 milligrams of it in one capsule, and 10 milligrams of the CBD, and so it's supposed to be good for helping you go to sleep and things like that. So somebody that's not like me that doesn't take a bunch of cannabis oil every day, they would take one of these and you just fucking knock out and have the best sleep of your life, right? Me, this is like a fraction of what I take every day. So, but this will be good for calming for me and for other people that I have I think that it would be really good for people that have PTSD and things like that. So we're gonna do, and he mentioned that. So he has these different mixtures, and we're gonna actually do some trials with some PTSD people to see if we can help them out in some way, and if we can, that'd be awesome, but it's worth a shot, right? Because those guys need some help because they fucked up. Anyways, that's a little side shot. But these things are really cool. I took some tonight, and we'll see how it works out. I actually took one, waited about 45 minutes, took another one. Plus I did a bunch of these vape hits, so so I'm feeling a little bit loopy. That's why I'm dragging on a little bit. But also, there's two more things though. So the guys, they have the RSO, the Rick Simpson oil, which is what I sort of have an affinity towards. That the CO2 supercritical extracted CO2, that stuff's awesome. I actually see brighter with it than the RSO that I was having. But I wasn't taking as much of the RSO before, so I don't know if it was just the quantity or if it's a different, or if the different extraction process actually helps too. So I'll be able to test that out, and we'll be able to test that out on other people as well too with our case studies. But here's something really, really cool. So we got this, and it's it's from that guy. It has RSO has it's a what do you call it? Like a topical cream or butter, right? It has shea butter in it. Has coconut oil, peppermint oil, eucalyptus oil, cinnamon oil, camphor oil, St. John's wort oil, and THC, CBD, CBN. All right, so it has those in it as well. So it has a good amount of THC in it. Has 15.47 milligrams of CBD and then some 7 milligrams of CBN, which is a lot. So it that those two, the CBD, CBN, really, really help with pain and stuff like that. So people that have different, like fibromyalgia or different kinds of joint pain and stuff like that, or even like hairstylists or people that have like these repetitive kind of things that get sore in their forearms and their hands and stuff, you can find some relief with that, right? It doesn't numb it, but it helps it, and it helps to remove the inflammation, because CBDs are really anti-inflammatory, and it brings that down and it removes the pain, right? There's also things that you got to do nutritionally to back that up, in order to actually truly heal. you know, and that's what I'm good at, right? But the fact that they have this stuff and that it's available to us is crazy. It's fucking badass, right? I mean, it's like off the charts badass. So he has this. He said the stuff in here is really good for your skin too. All the other ingredients. So it's really good for your skin as well as far as the appearance too. And THC like oil is really good for your skin as well too. Even like for cuts and scars and things like that. So this stuff will be good for that kind of thing as well, like if you get injured. And then yeah, it's just really super cool. I forgot what the next thing I was going to say because that stuff is starting to kick in a little bit. But yeah, this stuff is really cool, and it's a really good benefit. Oh, what I was going to say is he has another one that he's coming up with that's specifically for eczema, because they found that this one helps people with eczema as well, but they have like a better formula that they developed specifically for eczema, but doesn't help the pain. So this one's more like pain and fibromyalgia, people with lupus, things like that. They will do this, and then the other one will be like the dry skin kind of stuff, right? And eczema. And then over here, I was telling him like, hey, because like he gave me these pills. He goes, hey, here's 75 milligrams of this, 10 milligrams CBD. And I was like, hey, you know, I just tried CBD for the first time last month. You know, at the Emerald Cup, I got a 1-to-1, you know, THC CBD vape, and the guy told me to do it when I got headaches, you know, or something like that. Take a few puffs and I'll get rid of my headache. And it actually does work a good amount of the time. And even like I had one of those days where I would have taken like the 8 Excedrin. I took 2 of them. It really didn't work. I took a bunch of puffs off that thing, and I was able to get up and function the rest of the day. That never happened. Like that hadn't happened in years, right? It would just put me out. So it actually worked. And he was like, "Oh, well, I have. If you don't want to do a vape hit when you have a headache, just to get rid of it, then you have this stuff, right? So this is like a rollerball thing, and it has a bunch of cool stuff, like almond oil and whatever, along with THC and CBD, and it's just literally a rollerball, and you could like rub it on your head a little bit, rub it in your temples or whatever, and you can rub it along your backside of your thing, and a decent amount actually. I tried it earlier, and a decent amount comes out, and you actually, like a little, you rub a little bit in there, and rub. The cool thing about that too is just the rubbing is good for you. but yeah, so it makes you feel good though. Because I was, there we go. But anyways, so when I was coming home from work, because I went to that show, and then I had to go do some friggin' work. Stuff smells really good too. So I was leaving there, and I was like, man, I got a fucking headache now. I get back here, I was like, just coming on. And I was like, and it's sort of scary when you get a headache, because when you have a glaucoma, because you don't know if it's gonna be like this raging fucking thing, whatever. And I'm like, man, I'm not gonna take any Excedrin and whatever. And I'm like, oh, I got this stuff right here, and I did. I just put it right here and right here. I didn't even put it back here like the guy had said, because I was just feeling tight here and in here, and by the time I got home from work, like a half hour later, I felt going fine. I didn't have a headache. I didn't have any. I still don't have one right now, and definitely after putting that shit on my head again, I don't. But yeah, it's pretty cool, because like smoking weed or doing the regular vape stuff won't take away my headache if I have one. It'll actually make it worse, right? So that's not the reason why. So that's cool. You know, that stuff works. So yeah, all this stuff is really cool. Because it's access. I'm not just like saying, hey, like look at me, I have all this stuff, right? The reason I say I'm showing this stuff is because like, we have access to this stuff. So people that become part of my collective have access to this kind of a thing. You know, things that they may or may not have at other places. I don't know. But I go to I've bought, dispensaries or whatever. They don't ever say anything about their stuff. They just sell the bud. They sell the herbs. And, people have to ask about the other stuff if they even have it. So, that's not us. I help people with conditions, and I make sure that they have the supply. I don't like say, hey, this stuff is really awesome for you, but good luck fucking getting it. Fuck that. Fuck that. I make sure that there's an ample supply of what I recommend. Right. So that's just what we do. So that's it. It's almost a half hour, about 26 minutes in already. Just want to cut it short. I wanted to complain about somebody too tonight, but I won't do that. Because the date was too good, and you shouldn't do that anyways, right? So anyways, I love you guys. Al Morentin with Glaucoma Hope. Again, thank you for watching. If you watched this far, 27 minutes in, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, like the page, all that kind of stuff. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.